Hey, what's up, Body Bags? Got a quick review for you for a David Cronenberg movie I checked out for the first time in years and years. I had barely remembered anything about it, so decided to pick up the Blu-ray of it because I was on a David Cronenberg kick not too long ago, and it was pretty much like watching it for the first time again because it had been so long. But essentially, the basic plot point for this, like without really giving much away, is Jeremy Irons plays these two twin brothers, and they're infatuated with medical experiments and all this and that. And then it shows them as kids, kind of how weird they were and how like they were all into science and stuff even as kids. And then it flash forwards like 30 years later, and they're respected like gynecologists, and the one brother kind of does all the gynecology work and stuff, and the other dude like kind of takes the women out and sleeps with them and passes them on to the gynecologist brother who's more shy with women and stuff. It's a really weird kind of dynamic they have going. And then this actress enters the picture where she wants to have kids, and she's getting older, and she wants to make sure she's able to, and all that. So, of course, the one brother ends up getting, sleeping with her, and then passes her on to the younger brother, and he ends up developing real feelings for her and all that. And then it just gets into this really twisted, if you watched David Cronenberg before, that kind of body horror territory. They start taking drugs, it gets all delusional, and he starts getting these special instruments made to work on him and all that because he sees the women as mutants and all that, and it gets really bizarre kind of. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the movie. Besides Videodrome, it's probably my favorite David Cronenberg movie. And this release too is really badass. I'm not a big fan of this cover, I gotta say, though, they used for the collector's edition. I like the original cover a lot better, which that's it. So I would have rather had that on the slipcover, but it's just a minor complaint. But as far as features go, on disc 1, you have the 1781 version, which is a little wider, and it has new audio commentary with William Beard, author of, he's a David Cronenberg author, he does a book on him, and then an audio commentary with Jeremy Irons. And disc 2 is a new 2K scan of the movie in David Cronenberg's preferred aspect ratio, which is 1.66.1, which is just, it's a little slimmer in the picture, kind of like how The Witch was. But I guess that's Cronenberg's preferred aspect ratio. And unfortunately, the new audio commentary isn't on this disc, which is kind of disappointing to me, or on the preferred aspect ratio. So if you want to hear the commentary, you got to go to the other aspect ratio, disc 1, which doesn't have the new 2K scan, but it does have a Blu-ray scan, and it does look different, but it is HD. New interviews with actors Stephen Lack and Heidi von Poleski, director of photography and special effects artist, vintage interviews, behind-the-scenes featurette, theatrical trailer. And the movie looked great on Blu-ray. I really had no complaints with it at all. Yeah, and I really have no complaints with it. I think it's an awesome David Cronenberg film. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, that was my quick review on that. Nothing really much more to say. Now, next week, I think next week's the week where the original members of Body Bags are going to be doing reviews of the original versions of movies, and then on the last week, the current lineup of Body Bags now is going to be doing a review of the remake of whatever the original member had chosen to review that week. So you kind of got like a double toot for this month of the original lineup with the current lineup doing basically an original versus remake. So it's a pretty badass idea. James was the one who came up with that, I'm pretty sure, him and Derek. So yeah, it's a pretty cool idea, so I'm really looking forward to doing that and seeing all those reviews. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.